The leather making process starts from the raw skins, which come from traders who salt them or dry them for preservation all over the world and pack them on pallets just like this one. Therefore, the leather trade sometimes starts from the remotest places on earth and is one of the main sources of income for certain families in rural areas, in Africa or anywhere in the world. The skins we treat are of Cyprus origin, which, by the way, are considered as one of the very best leather-making raw materials in the world because of their fine grain and well-fed, full fiber structure, but also because they are mostly indoors in Cyprus, so they don't get scratched in the bushes in the countryside. They are firstly soaked in drums or puddles with water and salt in order to rehydrate them and wash away the salt and the dirt. This takes all night. The next morning they come out and have their fat removed on these machines, so at the rest of the processing the chemicals can penetrate through all the fibers and react with them. Then they are put back in drums, which wash them with water and chemicals that remove the hair by dissolving them within 24 to 48 hours. Also, at the same time, the fat and unwanted proteins from inside of the fibers of the skins are removed. Then enzymatic treatment takes place for further cleaning and leaving the fibers as clean as possible for the tanning process, which is done either by chrome or vegetable tannings. Vegetable tannings or catechol are substances from the bark of trees which are extracted from the bark by soaking, just like tea from tea leaves. Actually, teas are catechols as well. Tanning actually is the process of chemically modifying the skin protein called collagen into the stable and enduring product which is leather. After tanning, which takes another 10 to 15 hours or a whole night, the skins have the excess water squeezed out at this machine, which also stretches them via a rotating cylinder and prepares them for the next machine operation, which is the shaving, i.e. the thinning of the leather, according to the customer's requirement. After that, they go back again into the drums to be colored and treated further by other vegetable or synthetic tannings and oils to give the leather the final softness, fullness, smoothness, and flexibility that the ever-changing fashion requires. They are then air-dried and softened by this machine or by tumbling dry in drums with some humidity added to them, so they are made soft enough for stretching. As you see here, the softened, humidified skins are stretched and consequently dried in the following drying tunnel, in which the frames of this machine open up more for further stretching. As the leather dries up being stretched, it remains permanently flat and stretched, ready to be finished. Finishing or spraying is done 5 to 10 times or sometimes more, depending on the leather to be made. It is ironed 1 or 2 times or polished, and voila, the final product, leather of a silky touch by Silky Touch Leather.